Game On is brought to you by the Bucks County Community College.
Hello, welcome to our on-campus with Game On football show. I'm your host, Jeff Bideman, and joining me here are Renee Washington, Drew Markle, and Jen Wilgus. And this is our final football show. And if our surroundings look a little bit familiar to you, that is because we are at Archbishop Wood High School, home of the 6-time state finalist and now 4-time state champion. And Drew, no surprise that we're here because they're going for their 5th state championship Friday night in Hershey.
It's always, I just kind of chuckle, Jeff, when you say that, because you remember too, and back in the day when Wood struggled mightily, and that is
absolutely.
When was that, guys? I don't think I was alive.
What year is that?
I believe you were.
Early on in our careers,
Yes.
Archbishop Wood. It's funny because St. Joe's Prep was the same way.
Yes, they were.
The two dominant programs now in the Catholic League back in the late 80s and the early 90s. They were not good at all.
No, they were not. They could have had trouble getting out of their own way, but that is not the case, for sure now. What Wood has become and what Prep has become, it's remarkable. And they're going to go up there, I think, on Friday and play, a pretty good Gateway team and probably mercy rule them. I mean, people have said to me, though, this Wood team isn't as strong as previous state champions. I disagree.
Now, you really think it's going to be a mercy rule?
I really do.
I mean, maybe I'm just getting swept up in reading how exciting that Gateway Mannheim game was out in the western half of the bracket. And Brady Walker eclipsed Gateway's quarterback, eclipsed the 4,000-yard passing mark for the season. I mean, it looks like they're a team that might be able to play with Wood.
Unionville was a very good team.
Yes.
And Wood took them apart. And they do a very good job of taking away your main weapon, and they let your secondary people have to beat you. They'll do their best to take the quarterback away, and with their pass rush, I don't know.
Which is the sign of a good team. I mean, that's how good teams defensively do it. They take what you do best, try to take it away from you and everything else.
That's what CBS did forever.
It is interesting. Gateway, 15 games, they've scored 28 points or more in 10 of those 15 games. They have one loss. They did come back, however, and beat the team that beat them. So that showed me a little bit. And it's interesting, Jen brought up the Mannheim Central game last week. That's the one thing that makes me think that Wood definitely will win, though, is that was a really good game, and it was really exciting.
Came down to a field goal.
But it was really close, and Wood just doesn't play those kinds of games.
Exactly, and that's something that, I can't speak on Wood in the 80s and 90s because I was not born, but I can talk about Wood recent. Sorry, I had to say it.
In the 90s you weren't born? Holy crap.
92. But Wood, as of recent, they have been focusing on jumping out on teams early and putting them away. And that's something, if you look at their games since they've lost to St. Joe's earlier in September, that's what they've been doing. They've been holding teams to, on average, less than 14 points per game. Defensively, I mean, if Drew and I were there against Unionville could not catch the ball. They looked scared to death. They were fumbling left and right. There were a ton of turnovers, and Wood's defense put that pressure on.
I don't think Gateway's going to do that, though.
Well, but last year
last
year we heard that Harrisburg High, who Wood was playing, was the team of the century, blah, blah, blah. And Wood.
Gateway's in the Whippeal. Unionville's in the Chestmont. I just think there's something to that. You play teams in the Whippeal that have been there and done that. I think it gives them just a little bit more credence coming into the state championship game.
But Gateway hasn't ever been to the state final, and
that's true.
I think there's a psychological edge that Wood has when they come on that field, and then when they start playing, and you have to line up next to them and go, wait a second.
Psychological edge, no doubt about it. At this point, I mean, everyone in the state, regardless of classification, knows Archbishop Wood. And they might not know Warminster, but they know Archbishop Wood.
Yep.
Yeah, and Archbishop Wood steps on the field every game knowing, this game is going to prepare us for what we really want, which is Hershey and a championship. And that's a team that has that confidence going into it. And you not only have to worry about them defensively, but on the offensive side, players like Nazir Peoples and Jack Collier at quarterback, they are playing great football all the way through on both sides of the ball, which is a championship team in the making.
They can beat you anywhere on the field.
Let's not forget the tight end, Kyle Pitts, who's going to Florida.
Who's going to Florida,
who caught a touchdown pass last week against Harris. Yeah, he's not bad.
Not bad.
All right, that's a very, very good point. Very good point. We're looking forward to Friday night. See how Wood makes out and see if it is a competitive game.
We'll be there.
So. We've been saying see you in Hershey all season long, so don't we look brilliant?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm buying chocolate.
I am. There you go. All right. That'll do it for our show this week. We'd like to thank Archbishop Wood High School and also football coach Steve Devlin for hosting On Campus this week. And now those of us in front of the camera would like to thank those of you behind the camera. And that would be editor Carl Normal and our on-site editor and producer Jared Finkel, who does a great job keeping Game On running smoothly and hopefully within some kind of a time frame too. Right?
He does a great job editing out some of us long-winded people.
Absolutely. There
I'll
you go. That's true. All right. A reminder, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at HS Game On. And also, if you are a high school wrestling or basketball fan, our on-campus show will return in January. And our football show, our preview football show, will be back in August. All right? Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in January.